Big train derailment. Holy shit. Big train derailment. Holy shit. Big train derailment. Holy shit.
I remember all my good friends all passed, getting shot, but I felt bad for them, but I just came out alive. I was just lucky.
Here. Okay. And then you can stop. Angle towards me, yeah. Yeah.
Or do you want me to hit this spot?
No, you're good. Just come straight to me. Alright, and then just stop right there. We're not going to time out.
It's good. It's just getting started. But we haven't done any pile burns for probably 10 to 15 years with the way fires have been going, recently. We've been scared to, and we haven't had really the knowledge to feel like we were doing it safely. But we are getting started with pile burns. I just did one yesterday, which was the first one that's happened in a while. We're going to do more next weekend, all to prepare for a future broadcast burn. Yeah.
So, when we're planning these burns, we are thinking a lot about weather and a lot about fuel conditions. So, what weather factors are we thinking about? Wind, that's a big one. The low we're expecting, which is that hot end of the prescription, is around 39%. And when you're looking at the forecast, that wind speed is usually the 20-foot wind speed.
Be like, and it's usually different. I mean, we'll kind of cover this at the end.
People have an innate fear of fire because it's only been an enemy that's been wiping out communities. And it's still doing that. But if you do it at the right time under your own conditions, it can be your friend and it can treat the forest as opposed to destroying it. So we try and show people how to do that, and that's really powerful. It's really great to see that. It's very gratifying.
So that means we wouldn't expect much fire behavior, and I would expect really similar recovery tonight based on the forecast.
So we'll rotate folks through that way. All three things. If you see your name, that means that you're going to kind of be one of our tree still got cut.
But that,
The last harvest we actually did out here.
Oh, okay. Few of these out at random.
cool, thanks.
That's what we call the wick. So we'll at some point probably tell you to drop fuel on your wick. That's what we're referencing, is this right here. Your ring back on top. Now these also have a vent on them. We're gonna do it at the top here, and we'll probably kind of start on this high point, and this is gonna be our test fire area. So it's easy for us to cut off. Those are the most important things when you're doing a test fire. Given the behavior, we are meeting our objectives safely, and it's good to proceed. We might feel like, given our resources, we're not comfortable with that behavior. Should it spot out?
Yeah, to me that means that it's probably gonna be pretty dry this afternoon. So we don't want to dilly-dally too much, but the test fire is what's gonna tell us the most. And prescribed fire is a tool that landowners and land managers can use to reduce that fire hazard and that fuel buildup. And it's a really important tool because not only is it an ecological process that these species have evolved with and have all these adaptations to survive these low intensity burns, but it's also it can be a really low cost way to reduce those fuels, and even for small landowners can be one of the most cost effective accessible tools for managing their properties.
Got some potential to torch a little bit here.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Pretty good. I was thinking maybe it was going to torch over there and
Yeah,
here,
I
maybe.
thought it was. I think if we're good, I'll probably continue. Our burn's going really well. We are seeing really nice fire behavior. It's consuming a lot of material on the ground, a lot of fuel, and kind of cleaning out the understory, but we're not seeing it get into the canopies of our trees, which is kind of exactly what we're looking for. We have a lot of folks here who this is their first experience with prescribed fire, so we're getting them the opportunity to learn and use the tools, which is also always a huge win for us. In addition, we've got some research projects that we're helping out with this burn, so all things told, it's a great day, and this burn is going really well. Depending on when they call permit season, so we'll let this kind of, as long as it's safe.
Will you be sharing with the participants if this achieves your objective?
Yeah.
So California is meant to burn, and we've been suppressing fire for so long that the buildup of fuels is kind of at an emergency state right now. And so as individual homeowners, if we can take care of our individual properties and reduce the fuels, both through like mechanical means and broadcast burning, it makes our neighborhoods safer.